Hi, good morning everyone. So today I want to talk about detoxification of your colon. As you know, immunity and most of your immunity and most of diseases originate in the gut. It starts in your gut, and if you keep your gut clean, if you keep your gut functioning the right way, well, guess what happens? You have the power to eliminate most diseases. You have the power to heal most diseases. Let's talk about toxins. Today we're swimming in a world of toxins, from the air that we breathe to all the fragrances that we inhale, the food that we eat, the water that we drink, the plastic that we touch. We're surrounded by toxicity everywhere. And today most of the diseases, I say most of the diseases, where the origin is toxins, it can never be diagnosed by doctors and physicians. The reason is because the symptoms are systemic. By that I mean that the symptoms affect the whole body. So we tend to look only at the symptom and treat only the symptom, and we fail to get to the root cause. Well, for example, today if you have a vitamin deficiency or you have a mineral deficiency or you have some issue with your body, we take more vitamins, we take more minerals. But that's not the solution. It's not only about allopathic medication, it's also about supplements. Today people are overdoing it on supplements. If you have a deficiency of a vitamin or a mineral, you don't correct the problem by taking more of that vitamin or mineral. You find out, why do I have a deficiency? And usually the answer is toxicity in your body. Certain toxins block the ability of your cells to absorb vitamins and minerals. So the solution is not taking more vitamins and minerals. The solution is reducing toxicity so that your cells can now start reabsorbing or absorbing those nutrients and vitamins. So we can't always blame it on allopathic medications and medicines. We also have to look at the way we look at alternative medicine. We don't go popping supplements and vitamins all the time thinking it's going to fix the problem. We get to the root cause, which is toxicity. So the human body is brilliantly and intelligently designed to have five eliminatory organs. You have your colon, you have your kidneys, you have your liver, you have your lungs, and you have your skin. As long as these 5 eliminatory organs are working efficiently, which means we produce toxins in the body and we ingest toxins from outside. As long as our body is able to filter out and get rid of these toxins, we have great health and we have the ability to heal. If even one of these eliminatory organs gets stuck or backed up or stops working efficiently, it impacts all of these other organs, which in turn impacts our cells, it impacts our metabolism, it impacts our functioning, our brain, our thinking, our movement, circulation, everything. Everything can happen when toxicity or excess toxins block any of these eliminatory organs. First, let's understand toxins. There are 2 kinds of toxins. You have endogenous toxins, which are produced inside of your body as a byproduct of physiological reactions that happen, physiological processes. There's a byproduct of toxins. So for example, lactic acid. Okay, lactic acid is produced when we metabolize glucose, when we exercise. That is a toxin in itself, which means if we accumulate too much of lactic acid, we get stiff, we create an acidic medium in the body, all of that stuff. So we produce lactic acid, and we also should be able to flush out lactic acid equally. Then we're fine. And you have exogenous toxins, which we ingest from outside, from the air that we breathe, the food that we eat, water, plastics that we touch, all of these external toxins that get into our system. So there are 2 kinds of toxins that we have to understand that our body has to deal with. Now, every organ that has the ability to accumulate waste and filter out waste will have 2 types of microbes, and it's extremely important for you to understand this. The 2 kinds of microbes are aerobic, oxygen-eating microbes. These are microbes that feed on oxygen and have the ability to build up cells, repair cells, regenerate cells. So these are the building microbes that the body requires more of. And the second microbe is the anaerobic, sugar-eating microbes. These are anaerobic, like the word says, they don't feed on oxygen. In fact, they don't like oxygen. So they breed in environments where there's less oxygen, and they feed and metabolize glucose. Okay, from the excess sugars that we eat, from undigested carbohydrates and sugars. And these microbes actually cause decomposition, and they start degeneration in the body. So we've heard so many ailments that cause degeneration and muscle wasting and cellular wasting and degeneration of the bones. They're caused by these microbes because we allow accumulated waste. this accumulated waste, if not flushed out from the body, feeds these anaerobic sugar-eating microbes. And that's what causes quick aging. That's what causes decomposition and degeneration of your cells. So it's very important that we have a good ratio of both these. Both are required by the human body, but the ratio has to be more of the aerobic oxygen-happy microbes and less of the anaerobic sugar-feeding microbes, which is always important. And I always say, with the food that you eat, you're either feeding the right microbes or you're feeding the wrong microbes. So you're either feeding good health or you're feeding disease. So now let's move straight into the colon. Your colon is the largest eliminatory organ that basically exits and allows all of the solid waste from your body to exit. Now, that's why constipation becomes so dangerous. So your colon, your intestine, the inside walls is highly absorptive, which means there are two ways of getting a drug into the body. The quickest way to get a drug into the body is IV, directly into your blood, where it's absorbed directly, or through a rectal suppository. Why a rectal suppository? Because when you ingest a drug or a vitamin through a rectal suppository, the inner linings of the intestines are highly absorptive, which means those drugs can get directly into your bloodstream. That's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing, because if you have fecal waste or you have stools that are not passing out of your system, they get reabsorbed into your blood. And that's where most of the autoimmune problems happen, right from Crohn's to leaky gut to IBS to thyroid issues. All of your autoimmune issues are caused when waste material is reabsorbed into your blood. Now, if you had to take fecal matter from your colon and inject it directly into your blood, you would die immediately. But the beauty of the human body is all of this waste is reabsorbed into your blood, but first it passes through your liver. And your liver does the job of filtering it out. But the bad part of this is your liver gets more and more toxic and more sluggish. So today, the number one reason, besides lifestyle, why most people don't lose weight and why they struggle to lose weight, even though they exercise, eat well, sleep well, is because they have a sluggish and a slow liver. Their liver is too busy processing toxins that it puts its job of fat burn on the back burner. Because the primary job of your liver is to keep you alive, which means remove toxicity from your blood. So for women especially, if you are constipated or you don't have a good bowel movement or your colon is not working the right way, estrogen, excess estrogen also passes out through your colon. But if that's blocked, this estrogen is reabsorbed back into your liver and reabsorbed back into your blood. And then you have estrogen dominance, which is the number one cause of PCOD, most breast cancers today, most hormonal imbalances, sluggish behavior in women, poor menses, PMS issues, estrogen dominance. Excuse me. So if your colon is functioning the right way, any excess estrogen in the body will be passed out through your colon. So that's how important it is to keep your colon functioning well. Well, let's get straight to the solution. You can go for colon irrigations. You can pop a number of colon cleanse pills and all of that stuff. Add more fiber to your diet. It is not about adding more fiber in your diet. It's about your body utilizing the fiber from the food that you eat the right way. Adding more fiber is not the solution. If you're eating the right amount of fruits and vegetables and lentils and nuts and seeds, you have sufficient fiber for your colon to work the right way. But most of our bodies don't use fiber the right way because of too much of toxicity. So what do? Today I'm going to suggest a very, very simple cleanse that you can do. It's inexpensive. You can do it in the comforts of your own home. Okay? I'm going to give you the recipe right now, and I'm also going to post it in the show notes, post this video. So right now you can just listen. You don't have to write about it. Okay? So you wake up in the morning, and the first thing that you eat, even before you drink water, is an apple. Okay? Choose the local Indian apples, the ones that don't look so nice, the ones that are, disfigured and probably a little bit discolored. Those are your local organic apples. Stay away from all these apples that come in these nets with a sticker of Italy or Spain or Chile or New Zealand on. Those are all sprayed. Those all have wax, and they're like 3 months to 4 months old. Stay with the normal, local, Indian organic apples, because the farmers do not have the money to spray these apples and grow them. So that's why they look that way. Select those apples. So wake up in the morning. The first thing that you eat is an apple. Now, how do you prepare this colon detox drink? You take a glass of water, a large glass of water, about 300 ml. You add 2 teaspoons of sea salt, pure sea salt. That could be your pure rock salt. You could use Himalayan pink salt, or you could use pure sea salt. 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 teaspoons of lemon juice, 2 teaspoons of fresh ginger juice. Now you mix this really well so that all of the salt dissolves in it. You don't want crystals of salt to be left in this. So you can actually put it in the mixer or just take a spoon and mix it really well. So that when you ingest this, when your kidney is flushing out water, it's also flushing out salt. It's not going to retain and hold on to salt particles, which may impact your blood pressure levels for like a few minutes. Okay, when you do this drink, it is not going to impact your blood pressure at all, because this is a one-day detox that you're going to do. You're going to have this drink 3 times, once on an empty stomach, once half an hour before lunch, once half an hour before dinner. So you may want to select a weekend to do this. Now let me explain the logic behind each ingredient. I believe that when you understand how something works in your body, you do it better. If you just do it, you probably do it once or twice and then you don't do it. But when you understand how it works for your body and it makes sense to you, then you do it. So salt has the ability to loosen up fecal matter in your colon. It also has the ability to force your cells to emit toxins out of your cells so that your body can flush it out. The water does the flushing process. The lemon juice is highly alkaline and rich in vitamin C. The ginger juice is highly anti-inflammatory. So when you reduce inflammation in your cells, you allow your cells to release more toxins. So this simple drink will help you detoxify your colon by loosening fecal matter that collects over the years. No matter how clean you eat, there is always dried up fecal matter in your colon. And the sooner we loosen that out and flush it out of the system, you're going to feel lighter, your liver's going to get healthier, you're going to start feeling much, much better. And yes, as a byproduct, you may even lose a little bit of body fat. Why the apple before that? Because apple is rich in malic acid. It also has a lot of fiber in it. So malic acid has the ability to also soften fecal matter in your colon area. So you have the apple first and you have this big drink. You want to try to consume this drink at 1 shot. So maybe over 3 to 4 minutes you should finish this 1 glass. The lemon water also cuts the taste of salt. You may feel a little bit nauseous. That's really all in your mind. You may feel a little bit pukish. If you have to puke. If not, dilute it with more water. You can have 500 ml of water, or you can even add this to 1 liter of water if you want to disguise the taste of that salt. Now you may go to the loo immediately. You may go to the loo in 5 minutes or 10 minutes. So it's a good idea not to plan moving out of your house for at least 2 hours after doing this flush, which is why you need a holiday or you need the weekend to probably do this. You need to do this just once, just 1 day, and then you can repeat it after 10 days, and you can do it every 10 days. That really depends on your lifestyle. If you have a lifestyle where you consume a lot of outside food, a lot of alcohol, you don't exercise that much, you have a lot of weight to lose, you may want to do it more frequently. Otherwise, once a month, once in 2 months, once in 3 months, depending on your lifestyle. And that's how you clean your colon. So over the next few videos, I am going to talk about detoxing the liver next, and then the kidney next, the liver, and then the lungs. You always start with the colon first because you want to keep your colon completely clean so that when you detox the organs above that, your kidney and your liver, all of those toxins can flow out freely instead of adding to the accumulation in your colon. So you usually detoxify your colon, then your kidney, then your liver, then your lung, and then once more your colons to flush it clean from all the accumulation of waste that it collects from the previous detoxes. Believe me, when it comes to your health, keeping your body as clean as possible is what is going to prevent the onset of disease, and it is also going to help you heal any disease that you currently have. Let's talk about cancer for a minute. The more chemotherapy we put in, the more radiation that we put in. I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem when it's done the wrong way. There is enough of statistics showing that people who only do conventional treatment alone and do not change their diet, do not detoxify, do not make lifestyle changes, the treatment eventually kills them, or they die of the side effect of the treatment, which is usually organ failure, or they have a metastatic cancer that comes up 3 months or 6 months or 1 year down the line. Because in the honest attempt for chemo and radiation to work, it is also a lot of toxicity that is creating in your body. And if you do not help your body detoxify through diet and through cleanses, the treatment is eventually going to make you sicker. And that's exactly what's happening in the world today. We have the ability to detect disease, we have fancy treatments, conventional treatments, hospitals all over the world treating you, but we have more deaths and we have an increasing amount of metastatic cancers. The missing link is your diet and your lifestyle and the ability to cleanse yourself. So no matter what happens, whatever disease you have, your first vision has to be, how can I help my body detoxify? Let me remove accumulation of waste. Because you need to look at it this way. Let's take your lungs, for example. Your lungs create a lot of mucus. It's a wet area. And mucus is what allows bacteria to grow. Think of it as soil. When you give soil water and the right food, it's what grows a plant. So when you have mucus and waste in your system, that is the food for germs, pathogens, bacteria, and some viruses as well. So you clean out these toxins, you clean out this accumulated waste, this mucus, you do not give that bacteria the food it needs to grow and express itself into a disease. That is how important detoxification is. And also, detoxification has become a fad. You can fly to different countries, get into these detox programs, spend a lot of money on them, but keep it simple. Keep it simple. You can detoxify out of the comforts of your own home. So try this colon detox. Let me know how it goes for you. Like always, speak to your doctor in case you have any ailments before doing any cleanse. But this is the simplest cleanse. It's one of the safest cleanses, and you are going to feel the benefits of doing it. Keep your colon clean. You keep your gut health good. You keep your gut health good. You keep your immunity strong. It is all about immunity when it comes to prevention and healing of all diseases. Have a good day, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe deep.